All right, I'm going back home like after like 3 hours or so, and this is what I found out. It's like my body was starting like not giving up, but I just started to like get tired, and I was looking at the time like, yo, she might come out like in 2 hours or so. Da, da, da. And then I was like, why keep fighting? Like persisting. I know I say never give up, but I also think like what we have done to each other, what we have said, and it's like asking myself, is it worth it? And like during her past relationships, she will still come, we will still meet and things will happen. Even when I was with her, things will happen with like, other people, and I'll just be there. And I wouldn't like that. So, what they say, some people just never change. Maybe I would never change. Who knows? I'm still sober. I want to stay committed to that. Want to change more. Be more of a better me every day. And with that, comes more value towards myself. Even though no one sees it or feel it, that's just in my mind. So, same goes to the viewers. Value yourself. You can't change no one. You can only change yourself. And there's a lot of options, which is why I was just like, God damn. And it's like I confuse it. I'm a sucker for love, right? It's like Evelyn, she was like the first person that introduced me to that feeling. So maybe I was confusing it with her, like, oh, she's the one. But no, it's just like what I feel, what I started feeling. It's like I'm not in love with her, I'm in love with the feeling of love. And I get that with other girls too, Maybe not as strong because it wasn't my first, but, maybe she's not my first actual love. Shout out to Celine for putting me on that. How do you know you ever fell in love? Real love. Real love is like 100% respect, all attention, all value. Something that's lasting, something pure. And whatever me and Evelyn had, it's pure. We're just saying that like I acknowledge my wrongs, tried to make them right, but she's stubborn. Sometimes she doesn't want to acknowledge hers. So, I can't deal with that. I just don't want to. So, give time to time. So, if it's meant to be, it shall be. That's what shout out to Karina over there in Florida. That's another one of my loves. She's the one that actually like gave me a little nudge that I needed, like something better. And after like a few years, whatever, with E, I was just like, you know what? Yeah, let me give it a try. Like, it was a big step for me, like to leave what I had for like a taste for something else. And it's okay because it brought me to all of this. Even like another female friend I had, Audrey, which lasted pretty alright, like a nice while. And it showed me, it opened a lot of doors in my mind and my heart. She brought me to like my first galleries, a few shows, amazing stuff. And it's all because we met like magical. It was a magical meeting because she did something. Let's say she painted something on a wall, and on the next instant, like say 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I came along and I saw it, and I was like hesitant about contributing to whatever she painted. So, I left, but that little feeling of regret, that little hesitation, like had me stuck. So I came back to the spot wherever she painted, and I painted back, like, follow your heart, love over everything. And she saw that, in the next 20 minutes or whatever, little time spaces. And that led to Instagram, which, connects the world, but, like, in a way. So she was like, let's join forces, positive forces, this and that. And I was like, yeah, sure. And from that, came more things and, more lessons and more understanding, more views. So that's an amazing relationship I have with her, So all these females, in their own selfish ways, in their own screwed up ways of playing the love game, we get to learn things. I get to learn things. I'm not gonna say we. I'll speak for myself. So I was so close to, like, giving my all again to Evelyn, but no, I mean, my doors for her will always be open, always. But I can't be taken for granted, I can't take myself for granted. So, as much as I want to, everybody has an inside job, So this is my work. This is my, like, my choice. I can reach out more, but it would be nice to reach that. But it's okay. I feel like sometimes, as you walk in your life, as you take steps, like, there's, like, energy or spirits or, like, people, like, say, watching your steps, watching how you're walking. And that's why people step in your life, It's like a game. It's a crazy theory I have. It's like when you start a game, say, like, there's level 1, level 10, and level 100, level 1,000. Or like chess. I don't know. Like, before you come into life, probably, or during life, you make choices, you make moves. And there's other players, call it the game of love, that a partner decides to show up in your life at the right time, at the right place. They don't show up when you're 16, they don't show up when you're 20, they don't show up when you're, like, 30, 40, 50. They'll show up at the right time, at the right place. So, I have to improve myself for that special person, or just even do it for myself, not necessarily for someone else. Like, when you get healthy, when you, like, you're a nice match for someone else, or for even that old person that you still have in mind or want a part two. But most importantly, yourself. So I gotta get back to some artwork right now. Put my time in that and energy in that. So later on, once I provided enough in myself, I could provide for others. My own lessons, my own pain, my own love. Even this, these videos may not go out to a lot of viewers, but I'm viewing them myself. I'm viewing myself, how I speak, how I talk, what I'm doing. So it's helping me. It's like my own therapy. I'm my own therapist. Shout out to Lil Wayne for saying that. He's his own best consultant. Also Drake, he made a song like that, with those type of lyrics, which is great. So walking the bridge, there was this, like, woman around the park. I'm glad I get attention. Options are all open. ocean full of fishes. Not all loves are the same loves though. Each girl like gave me their heartbreak, and I use that pain and I use that good feeling to make art out of it. So just like whatever, like Picasso, I guess, or some artists, they had their own wives, and according to whatever feeling they felt, they expressed it, differently, because it's different love from different females, different situations, different places, different times. So like I have a lot of artwork pending from Celine, a lot of artwork from Celine, a lot of artwork from Evelyn, like it's coming up bottles on the ocean, like little memories bottled up, emotions bottled up, throwing them out, moving on. Celine mostly a lot, 813, Z14 has a double meaning, It's because she reminds me of my mother, being an ambitious girl, right? Having a baby and still wanting, to provide for her and herself and her family, striving for more, way more than like anybody would imagine. I like how she thinks who she is, but sometimes I don't, because it's like lying to yourself. Like I like her when she is who she is, but when she's not who she is, then I don't put too much attention. So yeah. It's like that's another love. Like I would put a lot of attention, but like not as much as others. But my soul holds her. All these girls have like a special place in my heart. Like you can imagine my heart as like a big mansion, and like these girls are like they're like queens in my heart. Like they're just in their own thrones. Let's see. It's like it's amazing. Anticipation of every day, every moment. You just never know what will happen. A lot of love to give. Or not a lot, maybe not enough. So much it's not enough. Never too much. It's never too much, never enough. Ever heard that? Like how many times they reincarnate, addicted to life, the high of life, life junkies. Which also reminds me to another beautiful lady. She's pretty amazing. Just one day changed a lot of things. But yeah, this is the Plufs signing out.